Hello, good evening, everyone. I would like to start off my speech with an apology. I would like to apologize to Mr. Steven Rodriguez. Let's see. I do not understand the logistics of how big the maintenance and operations department really is. There are many changes in that department that just take time, and I may have jumped the gun with demanding immediate changes. The concerns that I have addressed are being looked into. Moving forward, I will be working with maintenance and operations to grow our strength and our communication. Moving on, I want to address the effects of the recent external audit on the Snack Shack pricing. Previously, an adult lunch combo, which includes entrees and fruit and vegetables, milks, or juices, was $5.60. Today, that same meal costs $12. This drastic increase has directly affected our members, forcing some to leave their jobs during breaks to find affordable food. I urge the district to consider restoring the original price so that meals can remain accessible to our staff. Lastly, CSEA looks forward into the pre-development of the 90-10 process. We believe it is an excellent idea to include staff and public input into district-related policies, as well as to consider the sample policies from other organizations and agencies. CSA looks forward to the finished product. Thank you.
Good evening, members of the board, staff, members of the community at large. I'm here on behalf of CSEA and the instructional aides at Lucerne High School who've been fighting for better care for their students and fair treatment for themselves. For those who aren't familiar, our instructional aides are assigned to support students in their learning environment, and these particular aides are assigned to support some of Lucerne's students with moderate severe disabilities. Last year, a schedule change the district implemented for these IAs produced coverage issues that left the mod severe students without the one-to-one support they're supposed to have throughout the course of their day as students. I'm happy to report that with some guidance from the board on this issue, thank you, trustee, we resolved the coverage concerns that our aides were reporting. Unfortunately, however, that seems to be where your administrators' will to support staff and students stopped. As an aside, I try not to bring every issue to y'all because I want to work with your administrators, but sadly what we've been running into is that your administrators' actions don't demonstrate much care to support my members, so I find myself before you again. A few weeks back, we learned that the district was planning to subcontract the transportation of some of the mod severe students at Lucerne to a third-party company instead of using our own highly qualified bus drivers. We let the administration know that they had a legal obligation to notify CSEA before they contracted out. Would you be surprised to hear that your administration contracted out the work without notifying us anyway they broke the law after I spoon-fed them their own responsibility? And as you heard, the prestigious company transporting one of the students and the aide to Lucerne today was essentially an Uber. The community should know that enrolling special needs students here at Whittier Union High School District might end up with your student riding in the back of an Uber on the way to school because the district doesn't see it as a priority to support them with district employees, staff, transportation department, and they will steal from some of their lowest paid workers while doing it. And once again, even when these students are on district-run transportation, your administrators have decided it's okay to staff one instructional aide to several students on the bus instead of having the same one-to-one support they receive during the day. Why? We're told because they don't have to. Could you imagine the chaos that can ensue if an urgent medical need arises on that bus? That is the care that the district has for these students. The whatever that it takes is as thin as a legal obligation, and that should cause the administrators shame. All of this to avoid paying a relatively de minimis amount of overtime to our instructional aides who already work on the lower end of the salary schedule. Shameful. Since we've exhausted working with admin on these issues, here's what our members are asking for. Keep Whittier Union students and staff on Whittier Union transportation. Staff the buses for Mod Severe with enough staff to truly support the students. And make our members whole for the money they lost out on. Now, we all understand that there's no entitlement to overtime. That's not what we're trying to uproot. But had the administration supported students the way they had been until last year for whatever reason, our members would have been much better able to provide for themselves and their families. So I'm asking this not as an admission of wrongdoing on the part of the district, but in the interest of doing right by your staff. Myself, The chapter and the members welcome a meeting with any of you as trustees to sit down and talk about how best to support student needs. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience while we get ourselves organized up here. Welcome to our regular board meeting, September 9th. And we see a lot of Pioneer High School students in the house, so we're looking forward to hearing from you in just a little bit. Welcome. And we just emerged from closed session, and we do want to report on 3 actions taken. And to help us with that report, I'd like to pivot over to our Assistant Superintendent, Ann Fitzgerald. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Meeting minutes, the Board of Trustees voted 5-0 to approve the settlement agreement between the district and employee number, During the closed session, the Board of Trustees took action to approve the August 13th, 2025 settlement agreement with employee number MM794006, a classified employee of the Whittier Union High School District, and accept the resignation effective close of business August 13th, 2025. Second, during closed session, the Board of Trustees took action to approve the August 25th, 2025 settlement agreement with employee number TR6639759, a classified employee of the Whittier Union High School District, and accept the resignation close of business on August 29th, 2025. And third, during the closed session, the Board of Trustees took action to approve the separation agreement with employee number NP2807675, a certificated employee of the Whittier Union High School District, effective September 9th, 2025, conditioned on the District General Counsel's approval of a long-form resignation and release agreement with a vote of 4, with 1 abstention, Mr. Mendez.
Thank you very much for that report out, Ms. Fitzgerald. And I just received a reminder before we give our Pledge of Allegiance and our land acknowledgement to do roll call, to make sure we're all awake. So we'll start to the right. Mr. Mendez?
Here.
Mr. Lopez?
Present.
Ms. Conchola?
Here.
Ms. Rodriguez-Moisa?
Here.
And I am present as well. We are all here. And now to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, we have with us Ms. Ariana Godoy.
May everyone please stand and place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ms. Godoy. Appreciate your help. Looking forward to hearing your report later tonight. Thank you for representing Pioneer High School. And to read our land acknowledgement, I'd like to pivot to Dr. Monica Oviedo, our superintendent.
The Whittier Union High School District acknowledges our presence in the traditional ancestral land of the Gabrielino Tongva peoples, which includes the villages of Chukishna, now Santa Fe Springs, Sihat, now Los Nietos Whittier, and the village of Sijitna, now Whittier San Gabriel River area. This land remains unceded territory. Whittier Union High School District honors and respects the Gabrielino Tongva ancestors and their connection to this land.
Thank you very much, Dr. Oviedo. And that allows us to move to 5.01, our performance from our Pioneer High School choir. And to introduce our choir, Dr. Oviedo.
And they are led by our new choir director. We've only had choir back now at Pioneer High School. I think this is our 2nd year, and Christina Jerome is our conductor.
Malaka tumba tumba tumata, malaka tumba tumba teru, malaka tumba timba tumba tumata, malaka tumba tumata, malaka tumba teru, malaka tumba timba tumba tumata, malaka tumba tumata, malaka tumba teru, malaka tumba
I cannot lie, I'm coming so close to asking you to keep singing. One more number. That was amazing. Before I speak anymore, let me save my comments till the last and just see if my colleagues would like to chime in with words of praise. Mr. Mendez, would you like to begin?
Yeah, thank you for that, for your songs. You know, that Time After Time really took me back. Coincidentally, I like to listen to music when I sleep because it puts me in a good mood just before I go to sleep. That was one of the last ones last night I remember hearing. And let me tell you, it reminds me when I was in high school. The fun times and the not so fun times. And I remember the not so fun times at times of feeling alone, distressed, in need of help, and also getting the help, because that's what that song is about. It's about people lifting you up. And I had a mentor outside of high school who helped me during crisis. And so thank you very much for bringing an old man back to his high school.
Thank you, Dr. Mendez. Mr. Lopez?
Just I'll make it brief. Beautiful sound. Thank you, students, and thank you, Ms. Christina Jerome.
Yes.
Ms. Conchola?
First of all, thank you for the gift of music. I have a special place in my heart for Pioneer High School because I'm an alumna. Back 1,000 years ago when I was a student, we used to have a thing called the Titan Tones. And I had the privilege of working under Mr. Orr, who was our director. And so knowing that we have music, choral music back at Pioneer really warms my heart. And coincidentally also in terms of Time After Time, one of my college friends, that was his favorite song. And he passed maybe like 10 years after we graduated from college of AIDS. Back then there was no cure. And today happens to be his death anniversary. And so, I had to hold back the tears because your beautiful music had a special gift for me tonight. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Ms. Rodriguez-Mesa?
I too will keep this brief, but I'm someone who loves music of all types. and I love to sing, but I'm a horrible singer. And so when I hear beautiful music and beautiful singing, it really gives me peace, and it really was a great way to start our meeting, to really center us on what's important and why we do this work that we do. So, Mr. Rome, thank you for your time. I know that we've got probably parents and families. Thank you for supporting your children and our students, and we're here to support them as well. But thank you for uplifting us this evening, and best of luck as the year goes on. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In a minute, I think it'd be appropriate if Mr. Rome and choir will ask you to make introductions so we know who you are and your grade, if that's okay. And I just want to prompt you so you can start thinking about what you want to say, so you're not caught off guard. But just really briefly, thank you for really allowing us to transcend. And when I heard time after time, like Mr. Mendez, it brought me back to high school because I grew up in the 80s. And I felt like when you were speaking to me, I felt like it was God speaking through you to us to remind us that we're not alone. And I really felt that, and I felt very emotional as I was hearing you sing. And then to be transported around the world with your second number, that was amazing. And you got to use percussion, you used all your body, and that was just such a joy to watch. Thank you, Mr. Rome. And so now if you could do introductions, that'd be wonderful.
Okay, hello everyone, I'm Mrs. Jerome. This is my second year at Pioneer, and I'm so honored to be a part of this district. I would like to put a short plug for the choir, if I may. We're going to be singing the national anthem at Angel Stadium. If you would like to come join us and buy a ticket, you can purchase a ticket on the Titan web store under the student tab. And there's 3 levels of seats. You can choose wherever your preference. So yes, please do. If you could purchase your tickets by the end of the week, that would be wonderful. That would support our program. So thank you so much. And we have...
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bella Davila. I'm a senior here at Pioneer High School, and this is my first year in choir.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Hannah Vasquez. I'm a senior also, and this is my second year in choir.
Hello, my name is Alexandra Garcia. I'm a senior at Pioneer, and this is my second year in this choir.
Hi, my name is Linda Cornelius. I'm a senior, and this is my first year.
Hi, my name is Tarek Montalban. I am a senior, and this is my second year in choir.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Osai Castaneda, and I'm a senior. It's my first year in choir.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rob Neto. I'm the choir president. This is my second year. My favorite thing about choir is the memories we make and the amount of musical insight we get from Mr. Rome, our choir conductor. So.
Hello, I'm Evelyn Gonzalez. I'm a freshman in Pioneer High School, and this is my first year in PHS choir.
Hello, my name is Anthony Gaeta. I'm a sophomore in high school, and this is my first year in the choral program.
Hello everyone, my name is Isabella Garafalo. I'm a sophomore in Pioneer High School, and this is my second year in choir.
Hello, my name is Sebastian Chavero. I am a senior, and this is my second year in choir, and my memories from this, my favorite memories of this place are the connections that you make and all the friends you can make in this place.
Good afternoon, you all. I am Cecilia Valenzuela. I'm a sophomore, and this is my second year in choir.
Good evening. My name is Sienna Armas, and I'm a senior, and this is my second year in choir.
Good evening. My name is Valeria Flores, and I'm a senior, and this is my first year in choir.
Thank you, Pioneer High School Choir. Before you are dismissed, we'd like to acknowledge any family members or friends that are here. If you could just please stand so we can recognize you. We are so excited that you started our meeting tonight on the right note. Thank you, literally and figuratively. Thank you once more. And that brings us to item 6, approval of minutes. And if there's no disagreement from the board, maybe we can consider these together if someone can make a joint motion.
Move to approve the minutes from September 9th And the August 12th, 2025, please.
Oh, just friendly amendment.
August 11th.
Yes, August 11th.
August 11th and August 12th.
Second. Thank you. It's been moved by Ms. Rodriguez-Moisa and seconded by Mr. Lopez to move the minutes for August 11th and August 12th. Any discussion? Seeing none, I call the question. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Great, the ayes have it. Thank you very much. That brings us to the approval of the agenda, 7.01, as we consider approval of tonight's September 9th board agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Moved by Ms. Conchola. Is there a second? Thank you. Second by Mr. Mendez. All in favor of tonight's agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. And that leads us to item 8. And let me just lost my place. The nomination and election of the board's voting rep at LACSTA for 25-26. And Dr. Vito, correct me if I'm wrong, but the current LACSTA representative is Ms. Rodriguez-Moisa? And I am the alternate? Okay. So I guess the question would be, Ms. Rodriguez-Moisa, would you like to continue in your capacity as the LACSTA rep?
I have been a very bad board member on LACSTA, so I would say to you, if there's someone else who's interested, because I also do the ROP board, so it's a very time-consuming.
Understood.
So if there's anyone else, if not, I would do
What's the
it.
schedule?
Good question.
It's
like once a month. Yeah, either.
And some of them are online and some of them are in person, correct? So they alternate.
Monday.
Once a month?
On Mondays, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're on a Monday, and sometimes they're in person, and sometimes they're online, so Mondays are a little tougher for me. I will fulfill it if there's no other interest.
And I'm happy to continue as alternate.
I'd like to make a motion to have trustee Rodriguez-Moisa be the person.
I'll accept the nomination.
You accept the status quo. And please count on your alternate as needed. So it's been moved by Mr. Lopez and seconded by Ms. Conchola to keep the slate as is, as Ms. Rodriguez-Moisa as our LACSTA rep and myself as the alternate. Okay. Yes, we sure do. I call the question. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. And that leads us to item 9.01, and I'm excited because we get to see more of our Pioneer friends now. Recognition of exemplary student at Pioneer High School, Dr. Oviedo.
Yes, and to introduce our student is the principal at Pioneer High School, Mrs. Mary Chapman.
I hope you turned on correctly. And if you guys want to advance at the podium, please. So members of the Board of Trustees, our staff and families, first I'd just like to thank all of the Pioneer staff that are here tonight and parents and celebrating Pioneer's Night at the Board. It's always a great night and fun entertainment. I love what choir did. They came in practice today, so they were really ready. But I would like to introduce to you a really outstanding Titan. This is Miss Nydia Palacios. Nydia has demonstrated leadership as well as academic excellence and a commitment to learning. She has taken 13 AP and honors courses, 7 dual enrollment courses, has been a 4-year jazz band member, as well as maintained an impressive 4.05 GPA. She has exceeded the traditional 220 credits required for graduation. She has entered senior year, having earned already 286 credits. Beyond the classroom, Nydia has also been a member of the marching band, the girls cross country team, the track and field team, as well as president of the Pioneer High School Book Club. Additionally, she's engaged in a multitude of leadership roles, including serving as vice president of School Site Council as a junior, and she is our current and only student PTSA president in the area. Furthermore, last summer, Nydia served as our girls' state rep, where she got to collaborate with many brilliant young women, her words. And there she passed the mock bar exam, as well as became part of the mock school board. She also applied and got into the Girls State Talent Show. She really loves art as well as all of the heavy academic load. She's a true servant leader. She's dedicated countless hours volunteering, both tutoring at the Boys and Girls Club, as well as at her church, Our Lady of Perpetual Help, where she is giving back to the community by volunteering at events and being a junior youth leader in the confirmation program. This work has not only strengthened her spiritual well-being, but also her empathy and desire to serve others. She has explored the field of psychology throughout her high school journey, during both her sophomore and junior years, as she completed 2 psychology-focused science fair projects, earning 2nd place for her sophomore year project on the Mandela effect, and 3rd place for her junior year project on children's picky eating. The latter earned her the opportunity to present at the LA County Science Fair. Furthermore, she worked with her guidance counselor, Ms. Torres Cooper, and our school social worker, Ms. Hernandez, to compose a mental health handbook for future Titans based off information that she gathered from mental health professionals that she had surveyed. Through the Expanded Horizons office and Ms. Cedillo, she was introduced to the Mental Health Academy, where she earned an opportunity this past summer to develop strong foundation for extensive research and earn an internship as a senior this year. This has allowed her to showcase her curiosity as well as her love of learning and her commitment to the field of psychology. Nydia is obviously a well-rounded student, having strong academic foundation, a passion for community service, as well as a love for the arts and education. She's a Titan with a bright future, and we cannot wait to see what she does next. Nydia Palacios.
Kind words, they mean a lot to me. Thank you to the Board of Trustees for this honor. I look back on my time in the Pioneer, and I'm filled with immense gratitude. I want to start by thanking Ms. Torres Cooper, who from the very beginning has helped me with great care and patience to help achieve my goals. Her support and connections, along with so many others here at Pioneer, including the Horizons Department and Ms. Verduzco, opened doors to incredible opportunities and provided me with recommendations I needed to get to where I am today. A special thank you goes out to my parents. They've guided me through every step of the way, instilling in me a resilience and perseverance that I carry with me every day. They are one of my great inspirations. Despite the hardships and challenges they face, they never stopped pushing forward to get to where they are today. My mom has always been understanding, offering unwavering support, as well as my dad, who's always encouraged my curiosity, never holding me back from exploring new topics and new fields. Staying in tune with myself and the world around me has meant learning to appreciate the little things. It's about taking a moment to notice things that we can count on. The sound of a leaf crunching underneath your foot, or the specific knock a wooden table makes. These predictable moments bring us a sense of comfort. They ground us and remind us to be present no matter how unpredictable life gets. Thank you again.
Nydia, thank you so much for being here tonight. It's truly remarkable to hear about your accomplishments and to hear about the legacy you're leaving behind in real time. And before I turn to my colleagues to see if they have any words of encouragement for you, I'm sure they will. Could you please introduce any family members or friends that are with you tonight?
Yeah, my parents and my brother's over there, and then my cousin and my tia, and my friend and her mom's here too.
Thank you very much. Ms. Mitchell, may I start with you?
You know, I'm so impressed. You're coming in with so many units. You can share some with some of the students. and just your trajectory is absolutely amazing. All I was thinking while I was hearing, Ms. Campbell, all of the things that she was sharing about you, all I was thinking was the universities and colleges are going to be knocking at your door. And I cannot wait to see what your future is going to look like. Already, you show so much, leadership. I love that you're a servant leader. There's so much importance to giving back to the community, and you've got it. So I just want to wish you the best. I'm so proud to be a fellow Titan with somebody of your caliber. Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Mr. Lopez.
Sure. Thank you. All I have to say is wow. You do, and we're very, very proud of you. Definitely proud of you. And I just want to thank your parents for choosing Whittier Union High School District. But more importantly, the guidance, not only from your parents, from the teachers, from the principal, and many others throughout the community. Just stay strong, keep doing what you're doing. You can be super successful as you are right now. Thank you.
Yes, Ms. Palacio, very impressive. I know that with great parent support, you're able to do what you need to do. And what instrument do you play in jazz and marching?
I play saxophone.
Oh, good for you. So did I. So there's a genius right there. You know, your words are very mindful, and I think that's a lesson I take here. Is that when you speak, you're thinking about your mindfulness, and that's very important in what you do. From the words of a great thinker, Casey Kasem, he said, "Keep your feet in the ground, keep reaching for the sky."
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mendes.
May I make a quick correction? Ms. Chapman, I called him Mr.
That's okay.
Ms.
That's
Campbell.
okay.
I was looking at Mr. Campbell. So I just want to apologize. I know your name, believe me. I've called you many a time, so I'm so sorry. That's what happens with age. Thank you.
Ms. Rodriguez, please.
I want to start by those of you who are too young to know who Casey Kasem is. That he was a DJ in the 80s and 90s and he did your top 40.
Great thinker, the great thinker.
Media, I want to say, I echo every single comment that my colleagues have made about you and how proud we are of you and see the great accomplishments. There was something that stuck with me in terms of one of your accomplishments, that when you were at Girls State, you passed the mock bar and you served on the mock school board, is that right?
Yeah.
For the record, the mock bar is like the bar exam for lawyers, right? It's not like the bar, like hanging out at the bar. So I want you to think about a potential different career. I know you're into this psychology, mental health, and education, but we need lawyers too. So I'm an attorney, and I always want to encourage as many of our students. But anyway, I want to say felicidades to you and to your family, and we look forward to having you come back and run against one of us or get elected to this board, because we need you and your voice. Thank you so much for everything you've done.
Thank you.
Lydia, I have a certificate that I'm going to be presenting to you, and then Amanda will be taking some pictures, and then your family will come up, your family will come up as well. But just really briefly, I joined my comments that my colleagues have already given to you, all well deserved. Just one question I have. Out of all the accomplishments that Ms. Chapman named for us, and I'm not going to repeat them because we'd be here all night, could you tell me what you chose to do in your talent show at Girls State? I'm curious.
I did a saxophone solo.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Can you do that for us tonight? And then on a more serious note, I just want to thank you for your contributions to the mental health handbook. That is certainly a way of extending your legacy to the generations after you, and to be thoughtful about taking the effort to do that. Thank you for providing that research. And also the other thing I wanted to thank you for doing is to not only thank Pioneer for having a role in your development, and of course your family, congratulations to the family as well, but to name people by their name. You really touch your friends and your colleagues and mentors at Pioneer when you do that. I should say mentors. And I can tell they were touched when you mentioned them. That's music to our soul, when you can point out and say, you made a difference in my development. And I know that you're going to continue and you're going to pay it forward to the next generation. I can already see it. So I agree with my colleagues. You can do anything you want when you come back to Whittier Union. And we hope that you'll consider leading and serving with us in the years to come. So congratulations on all of your success, and thank you for choosing Pioneer. Come down and present this to you on behalf of the board. It's a word of merit, congratulating you on your accomplishments.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Thank you. Colleagues, would you like to join me for a picture? Did you want to get the one by herself first?
Yes, we'll do that.
Okay, why don't we do that?
Thank you.
Sure, after you. Archer? Okay. Okay, colleagues, come on down. And here you are. And then Controller and Mendez.
Nice to meet you. I looked that when I saw it, I was like, hey.
You look good in your green.
Okay,
Good to know.
thank you. Representing.
Band again.
You ready? Everybody, 1, 2, 3. And then if you want right here, stop.
I think she
I'll just grab one. Sorry about that. There we go, ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Excellent. Pioneer staff?
Next, if we could have the Pioneer family, any Pioneer staff that are here to support media.
They've been friends for years.
And next up is going to be Media's family.
Okay, ready everybody? 1, 2, 3. Okay, stay there. Okay, and now we want the family. All right. You like your mom? You're also free to run.
And as we get ready to pivot to our next presentation, I do want to celebrate Pioneer High School. 75% of their students are college ready. Congratulations.
We always love to celebrate the success of our students. And congratulations to Lydia and her entire family. That brings us to item. Very well deserved. And we will continue with our presentations. That brings us to item 9.02. And we have a presentation tonight on parent engagement and leadership in Whittier Union. And this topic was requested by a couple of my colleagues several months ago. And we're so glad it's up on the agenda tonight. Ms. Mitchell, I think you were one of the trustees that asked for this presentation. And Dr. Oviedo, if you could present our presenters.
Yeah, so we have 2 schools that are representing all of the different parent engagement and leadership opportunities that exist across Whittier Union. So I'd like to introduce our principal from Lucerna High School, Mrs. Griselda Castro. High School. Many parents, and representing those parent leaders today Emily Berry. Miss Annabelle Montes de Oca. And Miss Marta Lopez. Mrs. Lopez. And then Mr. Mario Flores is also here. And I will let you take it away, Ms. Chapman. Fantastic.
Welcome.
Well, good evening again, and thank you for the opportunity to share all of the wonderful opportunities that we have for our parent engagement as well as leadership across Whittier Union. Today, I'm really excited to present, we are excited to present how our district really empowers parent engagement, which directly impacts student success. We have developed partnerships that create lasting change, not just for our students, but also our school community. Our approach is built on a shared vision where parents, staff, and students work collaboratively toward common goals. We know that meaningful parent engagement directly impacts outcomes we care most about. Student academic achievement, attendance, as well as their social and emotional well-being. Our triangle of student success shows how we've created a true partnership where parents provide feedback to support instruction, staff encourages and learns from families, and everyone collaborates to communicate effectively to support students achieving their goals. This strengthens the connection between home and school while building the relational capacity as well as the trust that forms the foundation of that partnership.
Good evening. This slide highlights how parents are actively engaged in understanding school operations and providing valuable feedback that helps shape our direction, especially as we close the achievement gap. I'd like to share some formal meetings that we have established. The first one is our School Site Council, which is an elected committee of parents, students, and staff who work collaboratively to create the school plan for student achievement, also known as SIPSA. This group dives deep into our data, identifies school needs, and develops the Home School Compact, which is also a document that outlines how parents, staff, and students share the responsibility for the students' education and their achievement. We also have the LCAP Advisory Committee, which meets to brainstorm and provide direct input on site and district level local control and accountability plan. This is where parents provide input, they brainstorm ideas, and also can weigh in on how we're allocating resources for our schools. For our English learners, we have ELAC and DLAC committees. This is where parents provide advice and recommendations on school plans for our English learners and help with our school-wide needs assessment. Some of our sites also host a Parent Education Day. This is where this is something that includes workshops that cover a wide range of topics, from helping teens manage stress to navigating our ARIES student information system. We also have parent partnership meetings, which are held during the summer by many of our counselors, and they're an important orientation for our incoming parents and our students. This is where we provide crucial information to introduce our schools and offer a guidance or a way of supporting their students from the very beginning. Finally, during our accreditation cycles, we involve parents in WUHSD parent panels and focus groups. Their input is critical as we prepare for these visits and reflect on our school strengths and our areas of growth. Next, I want to share with you a few informal opportunities for our parents to connect with their school. These are informal platforms that are just as crucial as building relationships and ensuring for open dialogue. One of our informal venues is Coffee with the Principal. Mine is tomorrow, by the way, in case you're here. These are casual chats where parents can meet with the principal, ask questions, and discuss topics that are interesting for them. These sessions foster a relaxed environment where parents feel comfortable raising concerns and sharing their ideas. In our digital world, we know that parents need information that is easily accessible. So because of that, our schools also have platforms such as our school website, school Instagram, and regular newsletters to provide families with information from upcoming events to even overall student achievements. This provides a constant, reliable flow of information directly for parents. Another informal event that we have is our athletic and performance events. This is where parents get to cheer on their students and have a chance to speak directly with coaches with other parents, with other staff members that are there, and also administration that's present. It's a natural setting for casual but yet meaningful conversations. At our back to school night, parents meet with their with their child's teachers and learn about their classroom expectations, and also setting the tone for a positive school year. We also have fall open houses events that showcase our schools and their programs, allowing future parents and students to learn firsthand all the amazing things that are happening in our schools. Finally, nothing builds a stronger bond than celebrating our students' achievements. Events like Student of the Month, we have senior awards nights, and even banquets that are powerful opportunities for us to recognize our students' hard work and also celebrate along our families. Parent involvement also happens beyond the classroom. Our parents' commitment extends far beyond academics as they enthusiastically support our extracurricular programs, which are vital for building school spirit and enriching the student experience. A cornerstone of this support comes from our booster clubs and also foundations. Whether a group has a formal cabinet or is more informal, the purpose is the same. It's to support our students, whether it's for athletes, for band, or cheer groups. This support includes organizing team dinners, selling concessions at games, and fundraising for banquets, senior nights, which is a very popular event, awards, and also adding additional equipment. This is the thing that's interesting about these is that parents organize themselves to make these programs vital and successful. This also includes groups like our Santa Fe High School has a foundation, Whittier High School has the Alumni Foundation, and then Lucerna has the Friends of Lucerna. And they raise funds for student scholarships and also provides a lot of those extras that are needed for schools and our programs to shine. One other big, huge thing is our PTSA, which is critical for many of our schools. They not only fundraise for senior scholarships, but they also provide opportunities both for students and our parents to provide leadership, fostering a culture of giving back to our school community. A great example of this work is our cultural connection events that they help organize. For example, our annual Dia de los Muertos celebration, which brings an entire community together. Finally, we see incredible parent involvement in our K-8 community outreach. Through events such as the Trunk or Treat, Harvest Festivals, and 5K walks, we connect with our future students and their families. This also includes our students' performance groups. For example, a lot of our bands go to our elementary schools to perform, creating a strong bond for our feeder schools and showcasing our students' talents. I'd like to introduce Mario Flores, a PTSA parent of Lucerna, to share his experience.
So my daughter's a sophomore at Lucerna High School, and I've always been involved, and I feel it's all of our responsibilities to give back however we can, whether it's an hour a week, an hour a year. But PTSA, the first P in PTSA is parents, and that's where really it begins. I do it because I enjoy doing it, but I also want to see my daughter, and so I lead by example. And we have an amazing PTSA at Lucerna and sure other high schools as well. And we love just giving back to our students. Everything we do, we always remind ourselves we're doing it for the kids. And that's where it begins and that's where it ends, with the kids. So thank you so much. I look forward to all of your continued support, to parents as well. And we have amazing teachers and amazing principal who we come up with these ideas and yes, no, maybe, we don't know, let's try it, let's see what happens. But it is a collective, absolutely collective involvement for our PTSA. So thank you very much, and I look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
So as you can tell, we don't just invite parents to give, to receive information from our schools. We're really talking about a collaborative effort where they're actively engaging and in their students' education, as well as giving feedback to the school on its areas of strengths and areas for growth. We really also have developed a deeper level of parent leadership. And through this, we're building capacity, as well as creating community and developing a supportive network of informed families who become advocates for all students as well as conduits out in the community. I would like to introduce you to Ms. Annabelle Montes de Oca to share more about her experience as a parent leader.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Annabelle Montes de Oca. I am a parent of three students attending Pioneer High School and one graduated this year. I have served a parent leader presentation, school site council in ELAC. I am part of a community as a parent and supporting each in Pioneer community. In the summer, I participated in Parent Summer Leadership and Workshop, where we encourage other parents to enjoy parent leadership and confidence. In back to school night, I share with other parents how to use areas and how to check grades and how benefits of the students. I would like to share how Pioneer makes me feel welcome to be part of the student, the school community, and opportunity to give as a parent, opportunity to be a parent leader. We are a parent meeting every Thursday, different times, mornings, afternoons, and evenings. Coffee with the principal every month, and our meetings are in English and Spanish. One of the best is the school arrangements, opportunities for parents to get involved in traditional professional experience like me. I'm in the Aztec dance, and the picture was there, me and my daughter. Last year, we got the opportunity to take my culture, my Mexican culture, to the school and celebrate 15 de septiembre and la dependencia de Mexico with my family and my daughter. And I was very grateful that I was able to take my culture while my parents raised me, and I was able to share it with the school while we do the Aztec dance. And I thank my family and I thank my school and everybody here for having me and for opening my doors, and I hope we do it again. I still have 3 more years to go, and I do other stuff too, but thank you for having me here.
In case you missed the picture of the Aztec. In addition, I'd like to bring up Ms. Marta Lobos, who has long served Pioneer High School in our Parent Center, and to share more about her experience, not just as a parent and a participant in the community, but also a parent leader.
Buenas noches a todos. Mi nombre es Marta Lobos. Soy madre de 6 hijos y 3 nietos, graduados de Pioneer High School. Estoy muy orgullosa de ser parte de esa escuela porque tengo un personal, todos muy amables. Aunque cambie, siempre he trabajado con muchos directores y me ha encantado. Por muchos años he participado, he sido líder del Centro de Padres, PTSA y Café con el Principal. Y he tenido la oportunidad de participar en muchos eventos como para recaudar fondos para la beca de los muchachos, que es un orgullo para mí, ¿verdad? Porque yo no tengo mis hijos ahí ni nietos, pero sigo ayudando a otros muchachos. En el 2018 tuvimos la oportunidad de hacer las gestoras. Teníamos un 53% del A a la G, y ahora tenemos un porcentaje más alto. Ya no lo pudimos hacer porque tenemos muchos. Pero tuvimos esa oportunidad de hacerlos con los padres, y los muchachos fueron muy orgullosos de usarlos, y eso ha incrementado el porcentaje, ¿verdad?, de ellos. Y es muy importante porque tenemos una escuela que está las puertas abiertas para todas las personas. Tenemos muchos eventos que los padres pueden participar, y los invito a los padres que hablan español porque siempre las juntas son bilingües. Y tenemos una junta todos los jueves, a veces, y siempre hay una en la mañana y una en la tarde, que son oportunidades para los padres que no trabajan y para para que los trabajen vayan en la noche, ¿verdad? Y a ver, ya se me olvidó. Como líder de padres, represento a familias que hablan español y los invito a que sus hijos estén el porcentaje de la A a la G para sus mejores oportunidades para sus hijos en el futuro. Y como padres de Pioneer, ¿verdad? Espero seguir ayudando a la comunidad y tenemos la Pioneer High School es como una familia para todos. Es como una segunda casa para mi familia. Y Miss Mary siempre está con una sonrisa ahí esperando a los padres y que están las puertas abiertas para todos los padres, para preguntas, para hacer, para dar ideas. Y en el café todos los viernes, creo que el tercer viernes del mes, tenemos el café con la directora y es muy bonito porque compartimos y convivimos como una familia. Y hay muchas preguntas y es bilingüe, ¿verdad? Y ella siempre está con una sonrisa esperándolos ahí, todos, muy bonito. Y convivimos en un ambiente positivo y seguro, ¿verdad? Eso es todo lo que tengo y primero Dios pues siga ayudando como voluntaria. Le doy gracias a esta escuela por tenerme siempre de líder, darme esa oportunidad de tener más de 20 años ahí ayudando a los muchachos. Así es que eso es todo lo que tengo que decir de Pioneer High School. Sí.
I know. I was going to pick up on that. Yeah, so Ms. Lobos has been around our campus for a really, really long time. And she was the pioneer, if you will, of creating our A through G sashes back in 2018. And her, along with the other parents in the Parent Center, actually sewed them by hand until we had too many kids graduating A through G. So when she first started, it was about half of our class. We were at 53%. And we're at 75% of our students graduating A through G. So it became too much, so we took it on and farmed it out. And she, just as important as celebrating student success, we also recognize and celebrate our parents at parent engagement through parent incentives as well as recognition events. This isn't just about saying thank you, it is about encouraging sustained input as well as active participation and empowering our student leaders to recognize the parents that support them. Furthermore, it creates a culture where parent engagement is valued, visible, as well as celebrated.
Bring it all together. So here we go. A thriving school community. With robust engagement and parent leadership, our students are supported and a strong community flourishes. When parents are actively involved and take on leadership roles, it creates a powerful support for our students. This isn't just a nice idea or a great idea. It has tangible benefits that we see every single day. First, we see enhanced student success. When parents are engaged, they're better equipped to support their children at home. This partnership between home and school leads to higher academic achievement and improved outcomes for all of our students. Next, we have more informed decision making. Our parents provide invaluable insights and perspectives that help us create programs and policies to truly meet the needs of our students and our families. Their voices ensure that our decisions at the sites are well-rounded and also effective. A strong parent leadership base also builds a stronger home-school connection. This partnership breaks down those barriers and builds trust, making it easier for families to communicate with teachers and staff. A seamless connection ensures our students have consistent support both inside and outside of the classroom. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, this engagement fosters a positive school culture. A community where everyone feels valued and heard leads to a more welcoming, inclusive, and supportive environment for everyone. When we work together, a strong community flourishes and our students thrive. I'd like to finish off by introducing Emily Perry, another PTSA parent, and she will be sharing her experience.
Hi, good evening. It's an honor to be here to speak with you. When Principal Castro asked me, I was very honored that she wanted me to come, and I have not, and I feel a little embarrassed that I've never been to any of these meetings, and I know it's open to the public. So now that I've been here the first time, I hope that I come again and I kind of become familiar. I mean, Irma Moisa is actually my across the street neighbor, and I voted for her, and she's, you know, so I should come and support her too. So, yeah, so I just, she asked me to speak a little bit about Lucerna and my experience as a parent there. But first I'll introduce myself. My name is Emily Peary. I have 3 children that have gone through Lucerna High School. My oldest, my daughter is at Cal State Long Beach. She's majoring in speech pathology. My second one is at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo and majoring in architecture. And my youngest is a junior. And they've all loved being at Lucerna and the experience there. And let me get to my notes. I also want to thank you guys for your service here in the community, the board members. I know as a parent that just serves at Lucerna, how rewarding it can be, but how hard it can be also. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you creating an environment for the students at Whittier Unified High School District to thrive. And I know that's what your goal is to do, and you don't get paid for this, and so I just really appreciate that. As the old saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child, as everybody has heard before. And I view Lucerna High School as an important part of that village. Those 4 short high school years is an integral part of a child's whole life and sets a foundation that has an impact on the rest of their life. And I feel very grateful that Lucerna was that integral part in each one of their lives' equation. All 3 of my children have loved their years at Lucerna High School and have made lasting memories there. Principal Castro asked me to share my experience being an involved parent on campus. I've never shared this with Principal Castro Griselda, actually, but I had a conversation with her on the phone when my oldest was a senior, class of 2021, during the height of COVID. And it had a strong impact on me and my personal feeling of connection with Lucerna High School. She was a new principal, and I sent the school an email in response to a questionnaire they sent to all the parents, asking the parents' opinion on how to allocate COVID funds for the students for the following year. And then I thought, well, my daughter is going to be graduating, and she's not going to benefit from those funds. I need to email her and let her know my concerns. And so I expressed my concern for my daughter and how I hoped there would be funds that would benefit the current seniors that year. And Principal Castro actually called me, referencing my email, and expressed the school's plans to have a senior dance that could be within the school's guideline that the state allowed. She invited me to be part of the planning process. I felt very touched and heard, and I think that was the catapult in my involvement at the school. I am currently the PTA's treasurer. I have been executive VP and the VP over fundraising on the PTSA. I started the official Boys Volleyball Booster Club and have been president the last 2 years. We have raised money to contribute to their volleyball program with gear, uniforms, and balls. I've been invited to participate in the WUHSD meeting, so I kind of know what's happening on campus within education and the need and the groups that maybe need some extra help. And I feel like my voice is heard and that what I have to say matters. The Lucerna PTSA holds a special place in my heart. I have associated with and created friendships with amazing service-oriented parents. I just want to, our vision statement, which is on our email, which Mario actually wrote and just posted it recently. I really liked it, and he put, let me find it. We are a group of volunteer parents and caring community members dedicated to fostering collaboration between parents, teachers, and students. We work together to support academic success, to enhance school programs, and to build a strong, united community. And here's some things that we do, and I know the principal also touched on it. We host and sponsor many school events and programs that benefit our students, such as Dia de los Muertos, Kingdom Games for the special needs, school award events. We have a Voice to Men, which is for the boys at school that are struggling and have behavioral problems and also academic problems. And we just supplement whatever they need. We do the Nacho Club, which are the kids that are homeless in foster. School sports, we support the sports teams. We do grad nights, senior scholarships, and much more. And it is such a rewarding thing. It really is. And it's great to be able to connect with those students and see how what we do really helps them. And we also organize teacher and staff appreciation luncheons for most holidays. We love the staff at Lucerna. We love being able to spoil them. We love to just get to know them and to have face-to-face opportunities with them. We're always ready to support staff for any school event. I never would have imagined that I would be so involved in my child's high school. Our parents were involved in our high schools. They go to high school, they're older, you leave it. And I realized that it's great to be involved in their high school years and how rewarding it really is, and how those 4 years, as I talked about, really are so integral to their development. I'm sure I've had plenty of times that have embarrassed my poor high school children, taking their pictures, yelling their names, giving them public kisses and hugs. But I am grateful that I personally know the administrators, the teachers and coaches, custodians, and the staff at my child's high school. And I can attest that they are a superb group of people. And I'm really grateful to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All of you. Colleagues, do you have any questions or comments you'd like to make? And I'm not going to go in any particular order, but I'll just look for hands or nods. Ms. Controla. And then Mr. Rodriguez.
I just wanted to thank Ms. Annabelle, Mr. Mario, Señora Lobos, Ms. Emily. Thank you so much for your dedicated volunteerism to our schools and our students. You really make a huge difference. I really was pushing for a report on parent involvement. I think it's such a crucial piece of student academic achievement. And so I've learned some things tonight that I didn't know about that I want to follow up on. For example, at Lucerna, the club for boys that are struggling, I'm interested in visiting with you. La señora Lobos, cada que voy a Pioneer High School, ya sé que voy a ver la antorcha, ya sé que voy a ver la Tatiana, y lo voy a ver a la señora Lobos. So, usted es parte de todo lo que es la escuela y se le agradece mucho. Gracias a ustedes. And I do want to just acknowledge the beautiful partnership between our principals and our staff and the parents. What a wonderful way to support our students. Thank you so much for your efforts.
Thank you, Ms. Controla. Ms. Rodriguez.
Yeah, I want to say also so much thank you for everything that you do to support our students, because that's what we're all about. I have to chuckle back because my kids are a little bit older, and so I've seen Emily's kids across the street and knocking on the door playing games, and not door knocking and running away or anything like that. I've seen them grow up. But I will share with you that what Ms. Controla just shared, and maybe you shared it at the end, Emily, is that I think a lot of our parents feel that, they're in high school now, they should have a lot more independence. We, give them their space and don't get involved. I think there's a lot of parents who feel that way. And so I commend you all for being the leaders that you are to say no, because I can tell you my kids would have been completely embarrassed if I was there all the time. But the work you do is particularly important because your voices are more important because you are there giving voice to so many parents who can't make it because they're working, they can't make it for other reasons, and we really want to get your input. We've got a couple of board policies we're contemplating on artificial intelligence and on cell phone use. We really want to get parent input on that because that is going to impact our students of the future, whatever there might be. So I know that there's some efforts that we're going to try to get that out there to the parents to get your input before we vote on a final board policy in the next few months. But just be aware that there's more work ahead because when you're good, all you get is more work. So thank you for what you do, señora Lobos. Un placer conocerla. No la había conocido.
She's still here. Nope, right? Like she hasn't left.
She hasn't left, but this is my first time meeting her. I hadn't met her before. But thank you for what you do and bringing the culture and bringing the families to our students who really see you as role models as well when they're on campus. So thank you. And continue to call us, email us, give us input, because we're here to listen.
Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez, for your Any other questions or comments? Mr. Lewis?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chair. Appreciate it. I just want to say thank you to all the parents. Señora Lobos, gracias. Gracias por su tiempo. Gracias por tener esa energía. Es necesario, ¿no? Gracias por todo lo que has hecho no para la directora Chapman, pero para los estudiantes también. Gracias por todo. I just want to, I was a parent, and I was really involved in my, my kids' education through the high school years. It's super important. You know what? Yes, there is that level of understanding, well, there's independence, but get involved. Get involved. Why? Because, one, you get to know the principal. Two, you get to know the teachers. Three, you get to obviously get to know their academic progress. And at the end of the day, they're going to appreciate that. The students do appreciate it. So thank you, volunteers, for everything. One thing that I do notice that, and it goes a long way, is recognizing the athletes, at sports banquets. Please continue to do that. And I know it's mentioned in here. Continue to do that. It's awesome. It is one awesome moment. Or, the band, right? End of the year band, whatever it is, whatever recognition at the end of the year, it's awesome. Or the choir, right? That's super important. It goes a long way. And, please invite the parents. In addition to that, there are some times that, for example, the honor band plays once a year. It's what, $10, $15, right? A ticket. Maybe we can get some parents. Give the parents a ticket or two. Seriously, give them. Why? Because they might have. They may be struggling, right? Let's give the parents a ticket or two, or for a football game. Again, encourage them to, or invite them, encourage them to go on to these events. It's one little thing that we can all do. Goes a long way. So, Principal Chapman, Principal Castro, thank you for everything you do, and I love the testimonials. Appreciate it. Bye.
Thank you for the refreshing presentation. We understand the importance of parent participation, especially the OutCap, and in participating in events on campus. And so it's really an integral part of the community. And my question is, what can we do to encourage participation? I know that's easily said, but I kind of want to know some strategies. Maybe we could have an email communication sent out on how we could help increase participation. I teach karate in Mayberry Park, and I've been doing that for 20 years. So I tell my parents now, I didn't know that till I got on this board. So for the last 3 years, I encourage parents to go to the PTSA meetings and stuff. So my question is also, is it okay for a board member to drop in on a meeting? Being mindful of doing more listening than talking. But if we could also get some of those meeting times so that we could be informed and we could further share that with people in our community, yeah, that would be encouraging. And that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Mendes. No problem. And then I have thoughts on your last question, Dr. Vera. You may have some thoughts about that as well. But I do know we have protocols in our governance handbook that talk about the protocols and procedures we follow whenever we'd like to visit a site. And I believe there are some meetings that we are able to go to as long as we let the site principal know ahead of time and that we check in the proper way.
But Dr. Liddy, do you want to weigh in a little bit more on that?
I'm happy to put something in the weekly update of some different, and to share on the calendar or key meetings that are upcoming.
Yeah, I want to get in on all the fun going on at the PTSA.
We can identify who's going so that we make sure that we have less than 3.
Very good.
That's right.
Right.
And I'll just be very brief. I appreciate my comments weighing in and thanking the parents. Gracias por su sacrificio. And I say that word intentionally because it's a sacrifice to try to balance all of your responsibilities as parents and parent leaders in particular. When you're trying to balance your family with your job, with being involved. And having been a parent myself, it takes a lot of love. It really does. So thank you for showing love, showing cariño, showing amor. Not only in being able to be involved with the school, but also in just helping to be involved with the community as well. It really does take a village, as what you said. And I want to echo my colleagues' comments about making sure that we validate collaboration across our school sites. That is so important, so uniquely quintessential with your union to be able to see that collaboration blossom here. And not every district has that. And here it's really embedded in the DNA of our district. So thank you for making that happen and making that come alive. I just have one question. I couldn't help but notice in one of the slides, I'll be really brief. There is an example, or there is a mention of parent input being helpful in closing an achievement gap. And so I wanted to hear a little bit more about which gap, and if you could just maybe go through maybe one example, because I know that's something that we as a board are very interested in hearing more about.
Sure, I mean, we probably both have examples. One area coming out of LCAP this past year was on critical, well, we're looking at English language development as well as and learning for our students, and especially as they head towards taking the state tests. And so some of the parents suggested a book club, like you mentioned, Ms. Nydia, who has started to lead that as the president, more relevant books inside of our Horizons office / library, and Ms. Aurelia Medina, who works in our Horizons office, she's kind of gone out of her way to develop a collection of books for our students so that they have access to those really exciting reading material. And it really led us to talk about how can we give parents more tools so that they can help their students at home. And that really all came from parent input.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Very good. Well, if there are no further questions or comments, again, thank you for this presentation. Thank you, parents, for being here. And thank you, Principal, for being here. Thank you, parents, for your leadership. Leadership comes in many forms. We need both types of leadership, for sure. So this brings us now to community comments. I know we have a few cards, so as they come on over, what I usually do with community comments is I'll invite you to come up one by one. I'll announce the name of the person who's first, and then I'll announce the name of the second person, so the second person can be quote unquote on deck and ready to make your comments. And I believe we can have comments from either dais, either microphone, and you're set up for that tonight. And just want to remind you that you have 3 minutes to give your remarks, and if you could please address the board. And I'll go ahead and receive the comment cards at this point. And this is the first set. Okay, the first topic. Okay, so first, forgive me if I mispronounce your name. Jeff Lechner, you're first on our list?
I'm just going to use the audio device.
Yes, thank you for that reminder. Welcome.
Welcome, board. Thank you for listening to me. I'm here trying to get the transportation for my daughter, and here's the kid.
And then you can use the microphone.
It's not on.
And you can hold your device up to the microphone.
Yeah.
The bus is more than transportation. It's therapy. My daughter practices social skills and speech therapy. The bus is vital to my daughter's well-being.
Yeah, and it was taken away on September, or no, I'm sorry. September 2nd, and I see a lot of stuff that she's missing from that 2 hours of that stuff. And that's pretty much, yeah, stuff like that. And so for her development. And she's had this since K until 10th grade. It's always been there. And it just automatically just, like I said, it just happened, like out of the blue. That's pretty much it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those comments and for bringing that to our attention.
All right, thank you.
His information, so
I have Mr. Doctor's information, and I will follow up.
Thank you.
Thank you for confirming that. I appreciate it. Next, we have Ms. Janet Mosikian, and then following Janet, we have Gina Lobley. So, Janet Mosikian, you're next. Thank you for being here.
Good evening. My name is Janet Mosikian. I am a graduate of Lucerna High School as well as an employee of the district. I've been at Lucerna High School for the last 25 years. I work in the SPED department. I just wanted to bring to light one of the things that have disgruntled me as far as like the bus concerns. Last year we had an episode I was on the bus with a one-on-one student for the afternoon transportation, and my student all of a sudden suffered from seizures. And when I brought it to the attention of the school that I wanted the proper protocol, the proper training to go further so that I could, help my student on the bus in case of, he were to have a seizure, because I was his one-on-one. And at the same time, we had another student on the bus that was having seizures a lot as well as him. So I was told that when I brought it to our APC at the time, what to do was, don't worry, you're covered. And I asked, well, I want the more training, because they did offer more training for some of the aides when it came to kids that had seizures that were on the school campuses. And I was neglected to be able to do that. They said that the training had already expired, it had already gone through, and I felt like I wasn't protected as far as helping my student on the bus when it comes to it, because they said there's an LVN that's on the bus that can help you as well. But then she was a one-on-one for another student, let alone they were both behavioral issues. So I just want to see how that part can get solved as far as that and the support on the bus when we do have students that meet these needs, that need those needs. I feel like they're not getting them. They were just reassuring me that I was protected if something were to happen on the bus, but I feel like our students weren't. So that was just one of the many issues that I feel like we're still continuing to have, because we still have one of the students on the bus that is having seizures as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments. And next we have Gina Lobley, and following Gina will be Alicia Rosales.
Gina LeBou.
LeBou, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Gina LeBeau, and I work in the Law program at Lucerna High School. This is my 27th year at Lucerna. My mom not only graduated from Lucerna, but was principal secretary for 42 years. Both of my children also graduated from Lucerna, so you could say Lucerna has always been like a second home to me. I come here tonight to bring some things to everyone's attention. This year I was assigned to be a one-to-one with a student who also needs an aide on the bus. I was told to drive to the student's house, and the bus would pick me up there and drop me off at the end of every day. I was also told by our APC to keep track of how many minutes of overtime I was accruing every day, which was averaging about 7 to 10 minutes a day, because the district would not pay overtime for this. After the first 2 weeks, I was then told that my student and one other student on our bus were being removed from the bus and now being put on third-party transportation. Myself and the parents were only given 1 day's notice before this change was made. This decision was obviously made because the district doesn't want to pay overtime, but what reason was given to the parents? The parents were told that they were trying to lessen the time our students were on the bus. Where was this concern for the last 5 years when we've had students on the bus just as long? The truth is, it wasn't a problem because nobody was going into overtime. They are not being honest with our parents as to why these students are being pulled off the bus. Our students thrive on routine, and this change has created many problems for our students. Why is the district giving our hours to a third-party company? Is this even legal? So instead of keeping our student schedules and routines the same, on a bus where the parents are comfortable with our bus driver and where students can interact with their peers every day before and after school, the district is choosing to pay a third-party company to transport the students instead of paying our district employees.
1 minute.
Both parents were very upset and kept their kids home from school for a few days. One of them now is being transported by parents because they don't want this change to take place. The other decided to try out the third-party transportation, our first day being today. I was told to arrive at the student's home at 8 o'clock this morning. Our driver didn't show up until 8:20. When the car pulled up, I realized that my student and I would be riding in an Uber. When we arrived at school, I was unable to open the passenger rear door because the child locks were on. So in the event of an emergency, I would have to wait for the driver to exit the car and then let me and my student out. During these past few weeks, I have been given so many different schedules and places to be picked up and dropped off with no travel time nor mileage compensation, when in the years prior, we were always picked up at the school site. But being that that would also add time to our day, the district does not want to do that. 2 weeks ago,
That's the time boundary, is that 3 minutes? How close are you to finishing your remarks?
I just have like one more paragraph.
One more paragraph?
Yeah, like 30 seconds. I'll be quick.
Or are you fine if I, no objections from my colleagues? Please continue.
2 weeks ago, while my car was parked at my student's house, it was hit, and my side mirror was broken off. When I contacted the district, I was told that they didn't cover anything like that, and it would have to go through my own personal car insurance. It's a very narrow and unsafe street to park on, and that has been brought to people's attention, but again, the district doesn't seem to be concerned about that. The bottom line is we are not doing whatever it takes and what is best in the interest of these students, and something needs to change. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our concerns tonight.
Thank you very much. And our next speaker on this topic is Alicia Rosales.
Good evening. I'm Alicia Rosales. In December, I will complete my 19 years working as an instructional aide at Lucerna High School. My 4 children and I are products of the Whittier Union High School District. As a divorced parent, I managed to raise my children on an income of a 5.5-hour a day aid. I also made salsa, cookies, and cakes to supplement my income. During the 2019-2020 school year, I had a one-on-one student who required bus transportation to and from school. This assignment required me to work over 8 hours daily. This was never an issue. Last year, 2024-2025 school year, I worked with a one-on-one student who was also required bus transportation. The assignment began at 6:15. My regular schedule was 8:20 to 3:20, was changed to 6:15 a.m. to 2:45 p.m., reducing my regular hours by 35 minutes a day. This assignment was divided. I worked the morning bus ride and another aide was assigned to ride the bus after school. This assignment was considered an extra assignment, yet my daily bell-to-bell assignment was cut short. The district has admitted that they made a mistake. I should have worked my regular bell-to-bell schedule plus the extra assignment. The money should have been allocated and I, or we, should be compensated. With my hours being cut, I left my one-on-one student without support at a crucial end-of-the-day transition. In my opinion, with the district continuing this practice, it is putting our students at risk. We are fighting to be compensated for the hours entitled to us for the safety of our students. As of the 2025-2026 school year, I understand that the school district is contracting a third party to transport 2 of our students to and from school. Are the drivers trained? You are not only putting the student, aide, and driver at risk, but you are taking away from our unionized bus train transportation workers. I feel that this is not in the best interest and safety of our students. When will we be getting our compensation?
coming. And I imagine that, thank you. I'll have some comments to share very briefly, but I don't want to take time away from the speaker, so I'm going to wait till my board report. Our next speaker is Martin Torres.
Good evening. It's been a while. Don't start the timer yet, please, remember? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Martin Torres. I'm the maintenance custodian senior at Pioneer High School. So, it's by coincidence, my school is here being highlighted that I'm here today. And you know it had to be really important for me to come out, drag my honors student to be with me tonight at 8:30 past his bedtime. But as a maintenance custodian senior, one of my specialized responsibilities is the pool. The district has sent me, I'm a certified aquatic facility operator. And we had an issue a while back, and I won't go into the weeds, but I do want to make sure that I highlight, our district motto is whatever it takes. And it's unfortunate, my new assistant principal, B&A, my administrator is not here right now, because I wanted to give her acknowledgement, and Mr. Steve Rodriguez from M&O. For the Pioneer students, please get up and clap, because if it wasn't for them too, we would not have a clean pool today. Thank you, Di, she's not here. Please, Di, thank you. It's being recorded. But I wanted to make sure, because one of the things that I fall under is the Department of Health. They come out. They make sure that the pool is clean, sanitary, that kids are getting infections. It could be a big liability. There's a lot of chemicals we use to sanitize the pool. So I wanted to make sure to highlight them, because through our great administrator, Mary Chapman here, we work together to do whatever it takes. And to me, this is a good highlight of us working together to ensure that the students' safety and their needs are being met. Also, as my child here is now entering middle school, he's in middle school now, and as parents, one thing my wife and I do, we're very cognizant of what school's performances are. Her more than me. Test scores, sports, specialty programs, school site administration, and more importantly, reputation. I know each of you, we've broken bread with the board members. I know you guys personally. And you guys have a heart for success and educational excellence. I appreciate having the board meetings videotaped by CSCA, provides transparency and convenience for the community. While you may have many disagreements among you, as a community member, because I do live in this community and I do vote, I would strongly urge you to do whatever it takes for students. As we all see, local and national politics, they take a toll on the people, on the citizens, on the community. In our case, your decisions and public actions, they not only affect the students, but the parents. 1 minute. Whittier Union has great trustees, district leadership.
Excuse me, was that 1 minute left, or is that time? Oh, that's time. How much additional time?
Half a sentence.
Half a sentence. Please proceed.
It may be a run-on, but it's a sentence. The squiggly line isn't here. Back again. Whittier Union has great trustees, district leadership. Through thoughtful reflection, I really hope that your overriding mantra before any action is taken, private or public, am I doing whatever it takes for students? That is my plea to you guys as a community member, aside being an employee, as a voting person, because it does take a toll to see certain things in the public, because you are public figures. So thank you for your time. It was great seeing you.
Thank you. Are we hearing any other public comment? Okay.
Our next speaker tonight will be Melinda Martinez, followed by James Becerra. Good evening.
Good evening. Esteemed board and amazing Whittier community, thank you for listening to this very brief comment. My name is Melinda Martinez, and I'm a Chicana, a proud parent of a Whittier High School grad and an educator. I continue to be deeply concerned by the actions in Washington, and I echo what the gentleman before me said. And yesterday's court decision, especially to legalize racial profiling. I currently work in the Puente statewide office. My boss is sitting right there. As the Puente statewide teacher coordinator, supporting over 100 teachers. And let me tell you, their number one concern right now is the safety of their undocumented students and families. This brings me to why I'm here tonight. To support resolution number 252611, affirming support for the immigrant students and families and making a call to action regarding current U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency enforcement methods. Thank you for writing this resolution. It is vital and for the safety and the well-being of our community. While the current administration out of Washington stokes fear and terror for our brown and black youth, this resolution sends a vital message of support and protection for our community and allows our students, teachers, and staff to keep a school a place of growth and learning, not terror and intimidation. Thank you.
Thank you. Next we have James Becerra, to be followed by Magdalena Mo.
Good evening, school board members and staff. My name is James Becerra, and I'm here to speak in favor of this well-crafted and critical resolution up for adoption this evening. I'm also retired faculty emeritus from Cal Poly Pomona and a current mayoral candidate for the city of Whittier. Your resolution wording speaks for itself. Constitutional rights apply to all in this country, all children and all students. The classroom and school grounds are more than a place to study specific academic subjects. It is a complete environment where students see the values of intellectual freedom and personal acceptance played out. It is where they learn that they are able to pursue any line of academic and intellectual curiosity without fear of any kind. And certainly it is an environment where the world is revealed to them as a place of fearless exploration and wonder, not a place where they fear not returning home or seeing their parents again. Please pass Resolution 2526 as the call for justice and fearless learning that it is. Thank you.
Next speaker is Magdalena Mo, followed by Mallory Evans. Good evening.
Good evening, Whittier Union High School District Board members and Superintendent Dr. Monica Oviedo. I witnessed a man who professed to support ICE. He wanted to know if we were Mexican. He said he was there to support Joe Vinatieri, our mayor, and that Joe Vinatieri was his brother in Christ. How hypocritical when God loves us all. The video went viral, and we later found out that this man's name was Pineapple, or he calls himself Pineapple. He works for Santa Fe High School as a coach and in security at Santa Fe High School. In my opinion, he betrayed the trust of all the students and the community. I understand that he has rights, but students have rights and the community has rights too. A school should be a place where students thrive, where they're able to learn and to do well, and they should not have to worry about ICE coming to the school or their parents being kidnapped when they're dropped off at school. I'm here to ask for accountability for ICE, for Pineapple, excuse me. I'm here to ask for accountability. I believe that something should be done. I understand that he does have rights, but in my opinion, he is a problem. And I've also been told that he is a teacher that women should not be alone with, and that he has also called other students the N-word. That is not acceptable. So I'm here just to say that I really hope that the people on the board here, I know that you do beautiful work, and I know that the students are in your best interest, that you set precedents, to hold these people, racist people or people that do hate, that commit hate crime, to hold them accountable so that this will not happen again. We cannot hide these people. And para toda la comunidad que está aquí, que habla español, tenemos un profesor que dijo que él apoya el ICE. Y nos dimos cuenta después que él es un profesor y un coach en la escuela de Santa Fe. No podemos tener una persona así en nuestras escuelas, porque la escuela es un lugar donde los jóvenes deben de ir a la escuela. No debemos de tener personas aquí trabajando y no podemos tener confianza en una persona en una escuela. Él debe de trabajar en otra cosa o no sé dónde lo van a poner. Escuela es un lugar donde los estudiantes deben de ir a la escuela y no tener miedo. Es todo lo que quiero decir. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker is Mallory Evans, to be followed by Rolando Cano. Mallory Evans, are you still here? Okay, we will skip Mallory Evans for now and come back to her in case they come back. Rolando Cano, that means you're next. Good evening.
Good evening. Let me know when my time begins.
Maybe again.
Okay, real quick, I'm a special needs advocate, and I just want to make this board aware that they're in violation of IDEA with what was presented with the staff, because it does put these students in a disadvantage. You can email me at whittiercano@gmail.com, and I can let you guys know what's exactly happening with that. My main position here as to why I came in the last board meeting bringing attention to this gentleman, Christopher, who declared publicly in a very public platform that he supported ICE and he identified members of the community as Mexican. I implored this board, who did acknowledge and showed concern as far as the safety of the students, and requested that this district look further into the matter. I'm a parent of children in this district. I am aware that members of the community have been contacted and spoken to this school district, the superintendent and other members, but I've yet to have been contacted pertaining to this matter. When you put a child in danger, you must take immediate action to protect every single child, every single student in this district. What we have here is a confusion. This person, Christopher, did not violate policy per his employee status. He violated a much further, he violated the trust of the community, and there is policy with this district that any conduct that's done, even in his own free time, that goes out of the way that can affect the psyche, the outcome of any student, must be taken, the district must take immediate action. This board did request for a further investigation, and I've yet to receive any kind of information pertaining to this man who puts our children in danger. And I'm here to warn this district. If ICE shows up at any of our schools within this district, you are automatically liable, because I've presented a danger to these children. This district must take immediate action, not because you're trying to protect yourselves from a lawsuit from an employee, but because all these parents will sue you if ICE comes and takes any member of our community in any of our schools within this district. This district has already taken on their responsibility by requesting that more be done, and it has not. I am a parent, and I expect an immediate response from the district and a meeting pertaining to this. This is not an employee problem. This is a dangerous action taken by a man that happens to be employed by this district and puts all of us in this district in danger. I warn you now to take action, and I expect someone to reach out to me, because I'm not going to come back in a month from now when we've seen what ICE has the tools that they've been given to just take anyone. You have taken accountability. You have requested something from this district. I expect results.
Yes, sir.
If I may,
Yes, we have two other speakers.
Right, can we get his information?
We have it.
We have it? Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lopez.
Appreciate it.
Our next speaker is Claudia Morales / Eric.
I thought someone else was coming, but
Just Claudia Morales.
Yeah.
Very good. Good.
I'm a parent of 2 kids at Cal High, and I just wanted to thank you all for the support that you've offered our kids when they walked out to support their undocumented neighbors. The principal had their back, and I felt very supported. And as a therapist that specifically works with disrupting cycles of abuse, this is very important to me. And so I wanted to ask that we support Resolution 252611 and to welcome everyone in this room to do 20 times more, because it's going to require so much of us with all the funds that have been approved to violate the human rights of our neighbors and us. And so the music, I just gonna change the subject really quickly. I'm also volunteering for Pride Art and Film Festival, so I wanted to invite you all to be there. You could feel how powerful music is to sustain our souls in a time like this. My kids, because of your schools, have learned multiple instruments, and it really is sustaining us. So I want to invite you all to help our vulnerable LGBT community feel very celebrated and loved on September 20th at Whittier Pride Arts and Film Festival. So thank you.
And we'll come back to Mallory Evans. Are you here? Okay. That would have been our last speaker, I believe. Any other cards? Those are the cards. Okay.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Mr. Mendez.
I have a request. Can we take a 1-minute break so we can use the restroom and do what we need to do and come back?
Yes, that's a very good idea. No objection from my colleagues. We'll take a 1-minute recess. Okay, we will take a 1-minute recess.
I'm gonna go to the restroom.
I do remember you.
meetings and they see your picture and it was like, they know him.
Yeah, you're having a public conversation. Congratulations to you all. So that you came up to say hi. And you're a neighbor of my
I love her. Like, we moved into the neighborhood with family over there. My kids were little and they were like, I know you live here. She's love at Burke's house. She was just like, dream. She was so, so warm. It is. It's nice to hear from parents. And that's what I said. I was like, I told her, I'm like, she's like, it's fine. I was like, I'll just be long-winded. I was like, thank you guys. I remember you. Right before I had no idea at the time because I just remembered you. And then I got involved and I was like, oh, now I know all that. Thank you. And I just haven't thought about it. I'm good.
Okay, everyone, I think we are ready to go back into session and end our recess. So, board members, if you can join me on the dais. Audience members, if you can take your seats, we really appreciate it. And we're starting. Thank you, everyone, for that recess. I know that was longer than a minute. That's my fault. Okay, before we turn to our student representative who has a report to give that we're looking forward to hearing, I just wanted to say very briefly to our public speakers, our public commenters tonight, Mr. Lochner, Ms. Mosikian, Ms. LeBeau, Ms. Rosales, Mr. Torres, Ms. Martinez, Mr. Becerra, Ms. Mo, Mr. Cano, Ms. Morales. Thank you. Thank you for coming forward and speaking tonight at our board meeting. Understand that we hear you, that we listen to everything that is said, Also, please understand that sometimes if things are coming to us at the podium, we may not be able to comment right here and now because, well, we have a lot of asking and listening to do on our end as board members, and sometimes when there are personnel matters, or at all times when there are personnel matters, we cannot comment. That's a private matter. So we hear you, we understand that people want answers, and we want to encourage you that if you want to reach out to us, we are trustees, we are public-facing figures, and we will listen to you. Dr. Oviedo, the spokesperson of our district, our superintendent, she will listen to you as well. And I know sometimes people really want to come and speak at the podium to escalate their voice, and I get that. And you're welcome to do that because that's part of democracy. But I want to encourage you, there are other avenues as well to make your voice heard. And we will listen to you and we will hear you. Thank you. So now, I will pivot over to our student representative who is with us today from Pioneer High School, Ms. Eliana Godoy.
Good evening. My name is Ariana Godoy, and as the student representative of Pioneer High School and the ASB Secretary of State, I have the honor of presenting the activity summary report for September 2025. I'd like to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude for having the opportunity to be here this evening. As this year's student representative, it's a pleasure to see you here and expectant for the school year ahead. This year, our campus has planned a variety of activities and events in support of our students building academic engagement and school spirit. On August 12th, Link Crew and ASB worked together to host a freshman orientation for the class of 2029. During orientation, freshmen were able to explore our campus and meet new peers, teachers, and Link leaders. In addition, they had the opportunity to review their schedules and access any resources they would need for the year. Moreover, in the first week of school, ASB hosted our Welcome Back Spirit Week and our Time and Green themed assembly to welcome students into the new school year. Our Spirit Week consisted of themes like Dress Your Best, Jersey and Jewelry Day, and Pie High Friday, where students wore our school colors. That first Friday, we had our first Welcome Back assembly, in which choir, band, and pepsters performed for our school. ASB also planned activities like Red Light, Green Light, and class calls to build the school spirit. This was also carried out in our fall sports rally and the celebration of our CIF baseball and football champions. On August 22nd, we continued a former tradition of the Battle of the Victory Bell for our first football game of the season against Santa Fe High School, which was also Pioneer's away game. Unfortunately, we lost, but had a great turnout for the Camel Night theme. In addition, we had the opportunity to work together with band and led an activity for students to do face painting and make posters for the game. On September 26th, our school will be having our homecoming assembly, in which we will prepare and celebrate for another year of homecoming. Later that night, we will also be having our homecoming game against Whittier High School, where our 2025 homecoming queen will be revealed and students will dress to their assigned colors. The following day, on September 27th, is our homecoming dance, Arabian Nights 2025. ASB will host it at the Lakewood Country Club from 6 to 10 p.m. As we move forward, we're excited to see our plans unfold and continue to strengthen the connection between students, staff, and community. We hope to continuously build school spirit, involvement, and growth. I want to thank the board and administration for your continued support. Our school looks forward to working together to make these plans a success. Thank you.
Thank you. These are a packed couple of months. How do you plan it all? And let me ask you really briefly, what is your favorite part about being part of ASB as Secretary of State?
My favorite part, last week I was able to meet with Dr. O and my fellow student representatives of the other schools in the district, and I think it was really fun to be able to build connections with people that I've never met before, and just being able to meet new people and just share our morals and just connect on those things. I think it was really fun, and even just to see what else they're involved in, to see what I can get involved in, and I just think it was a really special time and an opportunity that I wouldn't be able to get outside of our school. So.
Well said. Thank you so much for your report tonight, for your involvement, and for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance earlier tonight as well.
Thank you.
She has a 0 period class, and her mom and sister are here.
Oh, thank you, family, for your support. Congratulations, and please. We do not want great evening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your patience and being with us tonight. Great job. That was wonderful.
Thank you to all the ASB members that were sitting through that.
Good job, ASB.
Thank you.
The fan club. Gracias. That brings us to employee representative reports 11.02. And I see all three of our reps are ready with a report tonight. So we will start with Mr. Francis representing WSCA. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, family, friends, administrators, trustees, and honored guests. I'd like to thank all of my WSCA members for joining me tonight. It is my privilege to speak on behalf of the dedicated and passionate educators who make a profound impact on the lives of our students each and every day. Recently, I came to a difficult realization about my own leadership. Throughout the last school year, I was faced with a challenge involving a member. I chose kindness over candor. I placated rather than spoke the truth. I took what seemed like the compassionate path, but it wasn't compassion at all. It was the easy path. In the prophet, Khalil Gibran tells us, your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. That pain taught me that real compassion sometimes means saying what is hard to hear. That experience taught me something crucial. Avoiding hard conversations doesn't make them disappear. Had I spoken candidly, my member might not have spent the year convinced they were a victim, when in truth, they were facing the consequences of their own choices. They weren't being harassed, they were being held accountable. And this lesson couldn't come at a more important time. Public education is facing unprecedented challenges. Budgets are tightening, enrollment is declining, funding battles are looming, and these aren't temporary storms we can wait out. They are the new landscape we must navigate together. In the months and years ahead, we'll need to confront the realities that make us uncomfortable about cell phones and artificial intelligence, about resources, priorities, and about what we can and cannot sustain. We cannot afford to sugarcoat these truths or delay these conversations. Queen Elizabeth II once observed, it has always been easy to hate and destroy. To build and to cherish is much more difficult. Our work is not the easy work of avoidance or the destructive work of denial. Our work is the harder, more meaningful task of building stronger schools and cherishing those within them, even when that requires honesty that stings. That is why WSEA is committing to courage over comfort. We will speak openly about the challenges. We will have the conversations others might avoid. We will advocate fiercely, but with eyes wide open to reality. Emerson once said, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. The trail we must leave is one of honest advocacy because our students, our communities, and our colleagues deserve leaders who face hard truths in order to build a better future. Together, we will weather this storm, and we will do it with clarity, with courage, and with an unwavering commitment to what matters most. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Renteria, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, board members, cabinet members, superintendent, and our Whittier family. Before I actually begin my report, I want to attest several things that were mentioned tonight on the presentation with Ms. Chapman and Ms. Custer. As a parent of a recent graduate from Pioneer High School and a parent of a brand new freshman, I can attest to everything that was mentioned in the report. And I'm very thankful for the hours and dedication that they put into the school. I don't know how Ms. Chapman's able to do it with 2 little kids and running around all the school events, and so I want to thank her for her dedication in there. I had the privilege to attend the back to school night, and I want to mention that again, there's a big, the diagram that was illustrated over here really is the keystone to the success of our students, this triangle. The relationship between the parents, the students, and the staff, not just the teachers, but everybody that helps our students really is what helps our students thrive. And I think that they're doing a wonderful job in being able to carry out their mission and developing a very strong and positive school culture where every student feels included, listened, and challenged. My current freshman at college, I asked him already, how's your first term? He says it's easier than my senior year. So I could see that their work has really pushed them to excel and do well. But I'm bringing this up because, again, I believe that there's a lot of points that they just didn't cover. Their communication goes far beyond just sending newsletters, but I want to thank, the different methods that they have communicated with the parents. So I haven't had the opportunity to attend the morning with the principal coffee. I'm always busy at my other school too, or here. But I don't feel disconnected from the school. I actually feel included. And that's because Ms. Chapman takes the extra time to send a weekly newsletter, sometimes weekly. I also get the ringtone on my phone when I already know I got a call from Ms. Chapman with the announcement. I don't think there's any other school out there that takes so much time and dedication to get our parents engaged, involved, even for those parents that are not present at those meetings. Additionally, I want to also thank them for making sure that our Spanish speakers are included. In our back to school night, we had Ms. Chapman first present in English, Ms. Verduzco do it completely in Spanish to make an inclusive environment for all of our parents. So overall, I think that they're doing a great job in holding the values of the school and creating that positive culture, because ultimately Pioneer High School, it is not just school, but a family. So I think that they deserve a round of applause. Now for my board report, it has been just about a month since our students returned to the classroom, and already the energy, the determination, and the progress are unmistakable. Both students and staff have settled into their routines and are aligning themselves with the goals that we have set for them this year. What is remarkable is how quickly we are seeing the results of their hard work and commitment. In such a short time, our classrooms are buzzing with success stories that highlight not only academic growth, but also economic, mobility, and civil engagement. Tonight, I'm proud to share 3 examples that showcase the passion of our students and the dedication of our teachers. From workforce readiness in action, Ms. Borges proudly shared with me that one of her ESL students has already secured employment in the food services at Lucerna. This achievement represents more than just a job. It's vital steps toward an ESL student migrating into or transitioning to a job that provides economic independence and community integration with our school as well. Graduation success stories. According to Mr. Perez, our HSE department chair, within just a few weeks of the semester, both HSD and HAC programs have already celebrated 2 students that will be graduating. This milestone demonstrates a strong support system in place to help our students reach their educational goals and move forward to a brighter opportunities. And if you guys recall from last year's board report, we had reached a milestone of number of graduates, so we're looking to break that record again this year. On the citizenship section, Ms. Herrick, AM class, reported that another student has successfully passed her citizenship interview, and this accomplishment not only reflects personal perseverance, but also symbolizes the fulfillment of the American dream, transforming lives and strengthening our community. I want to also take a minute to also say thank you for giving us the opportunity to all of our adult school teachers to attend the professional development trainings over the summer. I had the opportunity to attend the AI training, which became very beneficial. Several of my colleagues were there as well, and we were able to see the different applications that AI has to offer. As discussed with Board Member Mendez, this is something that we still need to continue instilling into our students and preparing our teachers to ensure that our students are ready for academic success in the workforce. On another point, I also want to thank the administration for Dr. Marjorie Moriarty and Juan for ensuring that our students are also safe. In the V trailers, we have now made those areas more private. Less people from the public are able to access it, again, with the goal of restricting the possibility of ICE and making our students feel welcome and safe. We have not seen a significant attendance drop. Those students that do feel like it's not safe, we are still providing education through Zoom. And usually those are our ESL students. But in terms of our attendance, it has really maintained, even though the economic, of the challenges that we face at the moment. Something I also want to bring up to your attention is that in the area over here in the 300, 500 building area, that seems like it's still a little bit open to the public, so it needs to be a little bit addressed because there's a lot of people coming in and out. And that might be something we may want to consider addressing or looking into as well. Overall, these are just a few of the many success stories unfolding across our programs. What we are witnessing is the beginning of another outstanding year, filled with milestones that reflect the power of education to open doors, change lives, and create lasting impact. With this momentum, we can confidently anticipate even more remarkable achievements for both our students and our staff in the months coming ahead. Thank you for your time. This concludes my report.
Thank you very much.